All right, quick question. If somebody grovels and grovels and grovels in apology to you endlessly, how much respect are you going to have for that person? I'll give my answer, and in all honesty, the answer is very little, if any. If somebody does wrong to me, and obviously just depending on the level of wrong, but I'd expect an apology. Then I'd expect, as I would offer one if I did something wrong, and then I'd expect the person, if they can, to try to put right what they've done wrong. But I'm not going to keep it going endlessly. I'm not going to hold grudges. Things happen, and you put them behind you. But one thing I do know is that if after a person has apologised to me, and I say, okay, apology accepted, if they continue to apologise and apologise and apologise, I'm going to lose respect for them. Completely lose respect for them. And as most of us would if we're honest about it. I've been reading again, just a little bit of an update, a bit more info, if you like, about this shocking scenario in Wakefield, where a few kids were suspended from school for not sufficiently respecting the Quran. Now, couple of things. A Labour councillor was stirring this up on social media, saying that the Quran had been desecrated, throwing oil on the fire. The kid had to be moved into a secret location away from home because of threats to firebomb the home. And the child himself, the main child, 14-year-old, apparently autistic boy, issued an apology to every Muslim he knew. The mother humiliated herself, blanket over head, in a room full of bearded throwbacks, and apologised. I'm sorry. The head teacher of the school, I'm sorry. The local police, guess what? I'm sorry. The police recorded it as a non-crime hate incident. The fact that you have a non-crime hate incident in the UK should alarm you enough. This is when somebody hasn't broken the law, but they get effectively a criminal record anyway, one which will follow these kids around for the rest of their lives. What's my point? Stop apologising to these people. No wonder they push us around the way they do. When you grovel an apology like this, who's going to respect you? Nobody. They certainly don't. And they know the more we apologise, the more they know we fear them. And the more they know we fear them, the more they're going to bully us into submission. That's just how it is. Suella Braverman has said it's concerning. The whole sham, the whole ridiculous scenario is concerning, she said. Oh, well, thank God for that. She thinks it's concerning. When is this country going to grow a span? I'll tell you what. If I was doing Suella Braverman's job, I would be bringing that policeman who grovelled in apology like a weak, pathetic loser into my office and tell him what I think, which is that you need to be not speaking to kids about stupid nonsense in school, but speaking to those who threatened death. Those who issued the threats should be arrested. That Labour councillor who stirred it up should be arrested. Show some backbone. That's the only thing these people understand. But if you continue to bow down and grovel and grovel and grovel. They will never respect us. And you know what? You can't even really blame them. If Suella Braverman really wants to do something, she needs to issue rules to the police and to schools that this, by which I mean the threats and the bullying by these medieval theocrats who shouldn't be in this country in the first place. You send out new rules that this stuff won't be tolerated, and if it is, you sack the idiots involved. That is the first thing that needs to be done. Not, oh, it's concerning. This country needs a spine, and to get it, it needs new leaders. Simple as that.